YouTube, although the word greetings implies love, friendliness, optimism, none of that is going to be present in this video. In fact, for those of you that say that my nickname should have been 6 years ago when I started this channel, Mr. Negative, this is going to be kindling on that fire. Because I had no idea how lucky I was when I finished the side quest in 15 minutes. Until I talked to, first and foremost, our beloved Mama Bear. Mama, can you tell the people your experience of this side quest? But don't listen to the crowd.
Not fun.
How long did it take you before you said F stands for frick? No. Or this.
45 frickin' minutes. And then I backed out and said, no thanks. This is a waste of my time.
And she'll never get that 45 minutes back. I talked to one summoner that spent an hour and 45 minutes.
It's just... that is just beyond words of how stupid it is.
And so I actually wanted to start this off with your rant, but then I got another rant from another summoner that I thought was appropriate to read in this video, because who doesn't love a good roasting, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Chaos Penguin said, a couple of thoughts about the April Fool's Day event. Number one, weird match types were a good idea, but a little less would have been better. Slow-mo fights were so slow, they got boring once the novelty wore off. Although, counterpoint is what Kickrock said, and he still loved all the slow-mo fights, so some people did. Number two, the endless loop took the fun out of it, felt a bit mean-spirited, especially during a time when players feel dumped on by Kabam already, especially Paragon players.
Amen.
And then number three, ironically, Kabam could not have provided us better evidence that the AI has changed and its reaction time has been greatly increased, especially during the slow-mo mode. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
So all this has given me guilt because I only lost 15 minutes of my life and I made it into a YouTube video. I would highly recommend anybody who attempts this watch TV or a movie or something where they don't just focus on this task, because that is a way to literally be driven insane.
Or, even better, just save your time and don't even do it, because it's pointless. You get one freaking gold and a useless title.
Well, useless for the moment.
That's my advice.
But what are you going to do if it's like, you get a free 7-star selector if you get the title? What if that's how I get 7-star Venom? She is shooting me in the head.
Well, yeah, and I said that's exactly what's going to happen.
Oh yeah. Oh.
But it's pointless. It's the most frustrating thing I've ever had to deal with in this blasted game.
By the way, for the record, we are not condoning murder on this channel. This is a metaphor about Mama Bear saying I'm going to disappear if I get 7 stars.
This is true.
And
hypothetically,
Chicago people have a lot of ways to make people creatively disappear that have nothing to do with anything substantial evidence-wise.
This is correct.
Mama, what do you say to people like, oh, I don't know, the Kraken, who say that anyone that's complaining about this side quest is getting their panties in a wad?
I can't say it on your channel.
Oh. Well, the Kraken, you've got much to look forward to in your future. Oh, man. Joel has exclaimed this Chicago method as just no witnesses. Okay. Pretty much. That is fascinating. Well, I think the idea of it was fun. It reminded me of like some weird cheat codes in the Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat and NFL Blitz, where you had like big head mode and slow mode. I don't know how many people are old enough to remember NFL Blitz, but it was really fun back in the day, especially at Pizza Huts and Walmarts, actually. Kids back in the day, you could play video games inside Walmart, and your parents would get to shop without you, and you get to be without your parents. It was like the greatest 10 minutes of your week. Anyhow, I like the concept, but the execution, as Chaos Penguin said, for some people it's just ridiculous. Mama, you didn't even get halfway to how long that summoner would have. Can you imagine doing that for another hour?
No.
You would lose any remaining sanity you might have had before this.
Yeah.
So
I mean, literally, you sit there and you go on a loop for 45 minutes.
I get the madness. I get the frustration. I get why this time stream trouble feels like it is the biggest prank of all time. Keep in mind, but the only thing we've seen before in the community is like the crystal that you could try to pop 1 billion times and it still wouldn't open.
Yeah.
But that was just hitting a button. That wasn't doing fights or waiting on paths to move. So I feel like each year, Kabam is also trying to manipulate our sanity more and more. They know how much this game has rotted our brains. Now they must take the final drop of sanity left in our skulls.
Yep.
Oh, Joel, Godspeed. All right, if you're watching live, stay tuned. If not, thanks for the feedback. Do you actually enjoy this event? If you do, let me know in the comments. I appreciate counterpoints, but I also get it if you feel like this is the worst thing that's ever happened to you in the game. Like, I get it.
Good night.